Welcome back to our tour of Smart Notebook, and today we are going to look at the toolbars and how you can customize them. So on the left hand side over here you might see that there are arrows that are pointing in both directions. We're going to click on that arrow. If you notice, your toolbar jumped to the other side. So you can guess that this arrow up top as well, it's going to bring our toolbar down to the bottom. We click them a second time and it brings it back to where it was originally. We can do that same thing with this one over here. Now if I click on one of the tabs on the side here to bring out its menu, we can also see that there's this little dot here, and when we put our mouse on the dot we get these arrows that go back and forth. So that means we can use it to click and drag our menu to make it as big or as small as we would like for it to be. So I've decided I want mine to be the regular size, and let's check something down here. Oh, this activity builder pane is very large right now, so I'm going to click and drag it back. We don't mind the slow computer at the moment, going to click and drag it back to the small size that we want it to be. And there, we're as small as it can go. Now the second thing we notice on our toolbar after the arrows is there's this little cog. If you click on this cog up here, it's our settings. And these are our toolbar settings. I'm just going to click done for a minute because there's a second way we can get to these settings. So if we go up to our toolbar and we right click, that will also bring up these settings for us. And why are we looking at these settings? Well, you might see that some of these are similar to what's up top. So for example, this delete is right up here in our toolbar. So these are the actions and the tools we can put in our toolbar. The actions are these things on the left hand side, and the tools are these ones on the right hand side. So I'm going to customize my toolbar and add some extra tools on there. So I like this clear ink and clear page. I'm going to put both of these up here. When I put that first one, it puts it as a large icon, but if I take a second one and put it on the bottom half, it'll make it into two small icons. Now I'm also going to put another one in here. I'm going to put pin page. And I'm going to put it on the right hand side there and drop and click it, and I'm going to leave that one as a big tool. And we can put another couple ones in here. So let's see, we already have Smart Exchange. I like Smart Keyboard up there, so let's put our Smart Keyboard. Put that on the right side as well as a big icon. And I'm going to put my Smart Recorder on here. And I'm going to put this in the middle. So if I click and drag, I can put it in between two things. We'll see that blue box appear again. And lastly, I will put this transparent background on here as well. And put that on the bottom half over there. There we go. And now we can go to our tools, and perhaps you decide that you don't like having this pens button here. Instead you want to have your pens easily accessible. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I will take my regular pen and put it up here first on the right hand side, and then I will put a highlighter, shape recognition. And I don't know if you noticed, I can take a pen and I can highlight it over top of one of these. Let's see what that's going to do. It pushes our eraser over to the side, and it adds in that pen exactly where we put it. Now if we decide that was a mistake, that's not where we wanted it to be, I am going to click on my creative pen and drag it. And you see that little puff of smoke on the bottom? It's going to disappear in a puff of smoke. And I can take my eraser and move it back over exactly where I wanted it. Let's put our magic pen up top here, and our creative pen, and our crayon, and lastly the calligraphy pen up here as well. And then we can hit done. One thing before I hit done I'll show you is that if you decide that you don't like the changes you've made, you can restore your default toolbar, or you can restore your default tool properties as well. I'm going to leave mine as is and hit done. So now all of these changes have stayed exactly as they were. Instead of having to go through the pen menu now to find each of my different pens, which comes up on the side here, I can now just click on each individual pen. I hope you enjoyed this tour of your toolbar customization.